Was smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. We are back with the Tortured Poets Department. But this time we got disc two, which is called the Anthology, if I'm correct. Now, let me look up the term anthology. Let me look up the definition so I could get this right. Okay, let's see. So, anthology, a published collection of poems or other pieces of writing. I mean, that that right there speaks for itself. It all goes hand in hand. Shout out to Taylor Swift. I am excited. I'm excited. I was actually debating doing this part two because like I was just like, geez, why it just doesn't make sense to me with the algorithm sometimes. Like I seen someone else who a couple people who had like over 50,000 subscribers like me, but for some reason their reactions weren't going in the algorithm at all. Then I would see people who, didn't really have much subscribers or and it would just do a lot of views. I don't know if sometimes it's just the timing or certain keywords, but it can be a little discouraging sometimes. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been encouraging me to do this part two. You guys were definitely the driving force behind this and gave me the energy to get this done. So much love to you all. Today I got this the mama. Last time I had Goku, right? Today I got Hecate. Her name is Hecate, my ball python, right? My first ball python. She is the mama bear. But she's gonna be our guest today. And I'm excited. We about to hop right into it. Let me also say to Robin out there, shout out to you. My cousin, the gift you sent, my cousin, he's gonna go grab it. He lives like an hour away from the P.O Box because he lives out in the country. But after you told me you had a gift, and me and him are like this, so when you told me you had a gift, I'm like, man, I need to go get a P.O Box. He's like, oh, just have her send it to mine because he has like 2, 3 P.O boxes because he makes T-shirts. So, but he always travels, so he's always out here, and he'll definitely hand that to me. But he's gonna go grab that. I want to say thank you to Robin just for being awesome and going out your way to send me a gift. But with that being said, y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into this? If you haven't checked out the first one and you're new, definitely go check out my the Tortured Poets Department, the part one reaction. And with that being said, I'm not gonna waste no more time. Let's dive into part two. Here goes the Black Dog.
I am someone who, until recent events, you shared your secrets with. In your location, you forgot to turn it off. And so I watched as you walk into some bar called the Black Dog and pierced new holes in my heart. You forgot to turn it off. And it hits me. I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the Black Dog when someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the magic fabric of our dreaming. Old habits die sweet. Broken, my longings stay unspoken, and I may never open up the way I did for you. And all of those best laid plans, you said I needed a brave man, and proceeded to play him until I believed it too. And it kills me. I just don't understand don't miss me in the shower, and remember how my rain-soaked body was shaking. Do you hate me? Was it hazy for a cruel fraternity I pledged, and I still mean it? Old habits die, scream. 6 weeks of breathing clean air, I still miss the smoke. Were you making fun of me with some esoteric joke? Now I wanna sell my house and set fire to all my clothes, and hire a priest to come and exercise my teeth.
That is very, very creative. Were you making fun of me with some esoteric joke? Now I want to sell my house and set fire to all my clothes and hire a priest to come and exorcise my demons. That's almost like in if I, that's almost that no, it is an extremely creative way of saying, did you put a curse on me, like some type of love spell, and now I need a priest to come and exorcise these demons, and I need to set fire to all my clothes. If like people, a lot of people are not going to catch that, because when you look at esoteric, which just means pretty much, in a sense, like hidden knowledge, right? So did you once again, did you put with your hidden knowledge, did you put something on me? Like that might be one of the, that was very creative, very creative. Remember before in part one, if you watch part one, where I said Taylor Swift reminds me of, she was giving me the Craft vibes in one of her songs. That song where she said, "Don't you worry, we took out all of her teeth," and like she was giving me the Craft, and just listening to her lyrics and her saying, "What's some? Were you making fun of me with some esoteric joke?" Listen, hate it or love it, y'all. That's witch talk. That's witch talk. Shout out to my witches. Witches really just means healer, right? When you trace back in ancient culture. So that's not I'm not saying it to be, oh, she's demon. No, no, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not at all. But with that being said, let's get back to it. Here we go.
Even if I die, screaming, and I hope you and I hope it's shady in the black dog with someone who's the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the tragic fabric of our dreaming. 'Cause tail between your legs, you're leaving. I still can't believe it, 'cause old habits die, scream.
What I really liked about that song was even the title. It reminded me of, I know there's a Led Zeppelin song called like Black Dog, and then it automatically brought me to the past with that, to like, it just made me think of them, right? But the way she turned the Black Dog into like this bar, and she just brings us into her world, and she her writing is so creative. Like I'm still high off of that um esoteric bar, the esoteric line, just the creative way she put that. It was incredible. Man, that was a way to that was a heck of a song to start off this part two. Honestly, it was very creative. Second song, I'm gonna get you back. Here we go.
Fly like a short skirt, the one that fits me like skin. Did your research, you know the price going in.
Mm.
And I'll tell you one thing, honey, I can tell when somebody still wants me. Come clean, standing at the bar like something's funny. Bubbly, once you fix your face, I'm going in.
Okay, so this is the second time she mentioned the bar. She bringing us to the bar in part two. We in the bar.
Whether I'm gonna be your wife or gonna smash up your bike, I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna get you back. Whether I'm gonna curse you out or take you back to my house, I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna get you back. I hear the whispers in your eyes. I'll make you wanna think twice. You'll find that you are never not mine. Small talk, big love. Act like I don't care what you did. I'm an Aston Martin that you steered straight into the ditch, then ran and hid. And I'll tell you one.
I'm an Aston Martin that you ran straight into the ditch. Man, I mean, just her. I'm telling you, her wordplay, her wording, her. She's so poetic, and I just think it was so Taylor Swift to name this the Tortured Poets Department, the anthology. Like it was that's so Taylor Swift. And then from what I heard, there may be a part three. So she's just got to be constantly writing, like constantly. I think someone said she actually brings a was it like a notepad around with her. So yeah, Taylor, she's a true poet for sure.
Honey, I can take the upper hand and touch your body. Flip the script and leave you like a dumb house party. Or I might just love you till the end. Whether I'm gonna be your wife or gonna smash up your bike, I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna get you back. Whether I'm gonna flip you off or pull you into the closet, I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna get you back. I hear the whispers in your eyes. I'll make you wanna think twice. You'll find that you are never not mine. I can feel it coming home and in the way you move. Push the reset button, we're becoming something new. Say you got somebody else, say I got someone too. Even if it's handcuffed, I'm leaving here with you. Bygones will be bygone, eras fading into vain. All the pieces, but still wanna play the game. Tell my friends I hate you, but I love you just the same. Pick your poison, babe. I'm poison either way. Whether I'm gonna be your wife or gonna smash up your bike, I haven't decided yet.
That engineer going in. Hold on. This is a completely different Taylor Swift from I would say even from Black Dog. But from part one, this is a completely different, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking the vibes here. I'm gonna get you back. You know, either way, you're gonna end up with me. That's what she said.
But I'm gonna get you back. Whether I'm gonna curse you out or take you back to my house, I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna get you back. I hear the whispers in your eyes. Will make you wanna think twice. You'll find that you are never not mine. I'm gonna get you back.
I really like that song. Reason B, because I think that was a very healthy way for Taylor to really let out her frustrations of heartbreak. And, you know, because when something's not going right with somebody and you still have that attachment to them, and you don't have that closure, you you may crave that closure even if you don't admit it. And her writing that song saying I'm gonna get you back, it's like whether I smash up your bike, whether I gonna be your wife, whether I take you back to my house, it's like I feel like that's just a way of her transmuting those negative emotions when she's up at night thinking about her exes or whatever. Just a way of just transmuting that, and it's something that's her own medicine through music that gives her her own type of closure. Even if she never ends up being one of these people's wives or smashing their bike, or it's just the energy that she's putting into the music and putting out to her fans. It's giving herself her own type of closure in her own world. And sometimes that's enough, right? Because the biggest battle is in the mind and in the heart. So imagine if she didn't write this, and she didn't write this type of this music, and she just held on to all these emotions and didn't know how to express it, right? That could turn into a Britney Spears situation. Not I don't like to roast people. I'm not roasting her. I'm just saying, like, that could, you never know. That could make people just start turning really, really, it can make them just start doing some wild stuff because, they may need help. That's all I'm saying. And it could drive you crazy. It could. But she's channeling it all in the music. So next we have the Albatross. Is that called? Here we go.
Wise men once said, wild winds are death to the candle. Rose by any other name is a scandal. Cautions issued, he stood shooting the messengers. They tried to warn him about her. Cross your thoughtless heart, only liquor anoints you. She's the albatross, she is here to destroy you.
Cross your thoughtless heart. Only liquor anoints you. Do they have a Taylor Swift class in like a college course with her lyrics yet? Because that's definitely coming if they don't have that yet.
Wise men once said, one bad seed kills the garden. One less temptress, one less dagger to sharpen. Locked me up in towers, but I'd visit in your dreams. And they tried to warn you about me. Cross your thoughtless heart, only liquor anoints you. She's the albatross, she is here to destroy you. Devils that you know, raise words held in a stranger. She's the death you chose, you're in terrible danger. And when that sky rains fall on you, and your persona non grata, I'll tell you how I've been there too. And then none of it matters. Wise men once read fake news, and they believed it. Jackals raised their hackles, you couldn't conceive.
She's back with revenge. She really is. Wise men once read fake news and they believed it. Just put that together yourself. She's giving me homework. I had to look it up real quick. An albatross. If you describe something or someone as an albatross around your neck, you mean that they cause you great problems from which you cannot escape, or they prevent you from doing what you want to do. So far, I'm taking this as Taylor Swift pretty much saying that's what she is to everybody who caused hell to her. But I could be wrong, so let's continue.
That you were sleeping soundly when they dragged you from your bed, and I tried to warn you about them. So I
I'm gonna have to say so far that is my favorite so far, Albatross, because I just think it was so creative. And obviously there's a deeper meaning. There's a deeper meaning to everything she's saying, but I felt like I caught that one a little more. Uh, with her, it feels like she just when I take Taylor Swift now, her message almost feels like she's saying she once again became everything that almost like a Thanos in a sense, and she's coming with that snap, and that snap is having a whole pop game on lock, right? Having a whole pop game after she been through so much and pretty much was bashed, and and man, imagine how many boyfriends or because she has a couple exes, so imagine how many exes or friends in the music industry that probably crossed her and has her feeling how she feel, or she probably tried to warn about other people and those people might have not listened to her and crossed Taylor, and now she's saying, okay, now I'm the albatross, now I'm your devil, now it's like 360 come back around, right? And you didn't think that was coming, you know? Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. Interesting.
You hologram stumbled into my apartment, hands in the hair of somebody in darkness, named Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, and I just watched it happen as the decade would play us for fools. And you saw my bones out with somebody new who seemed like he would have bullied you in school, and you just watched it happen. If you wanna break my cold, cold heart, just say I loved you the way that you were. If you wanna tear my world apart, just say you've always wondered. You said some things that I can't unabsorb. You turned me into an idea of sorts. You needed me, but you needed drugs more, and I couldn't watch it happen. I changed into goddesses, villains and fools, changed plans and lovers and outfits and rules, all to outrun my desertion of you, and you just watched it. If you
This song breaking my heart.
wanna break my cold, cold heart, just say I loved you the way that you were. If you wanna tear my world apart, just say you've always wondered. If the glint in my eye traced the depths of your side down the passage in time, back to the moment I crashed into, like so many wrecks do, too impaired by my youth to know what to do. So if I sell my apartment and you have some kids with an internet starlet, will that make your memory fade from this scarlet maroon? Like it never happened. Could it be enough to just float in your orbit? Can we watch our phantoms like watching wild horses? Cooler in theory, but not if you force it to be. It just didn't happen. So if you wanna break my cold, cold heart, say you loved me. And if you wanna tear my world apart, say you'll always wonder.
Could you imagine running into somebody that you really, really used to love, and they, for whatever circumstances in life, it didn't work out, right? And you living your life, everything's going well, and you just bump into that person that you never thought you would see again. And they say to you that they always wondered how things would turn out. That is a movie. That is a movie. She paints a movie for you. And me being me, I put myself in, I try to put myself in her shoes, and excuse me, try to understand as much as possible. But let's get to how did it end while I drink some tea.
We hereby conduct this postmortem. He was a hothouse flower to my outdoorsman. Our maladies were such we could not cure them, and so a touch that was my birthright became foreign. Come one, come all, it's happening again. The empathetic hunger descends. We'll tell no one except all of our friends. We must know, how did it end?
I love how she started it, but like we hereby conduct this post-mortem, which is examining a dead relationship, right? It's examining a dead relationship. How did it end? Man, the mind of Taylor Swift. I'm telling y'all, they need to definitely, if they don't have that college course with her lyrics, her songwriting ability is so incredible. It really is.
We were blind to unforeseen circumstances. We learned the right steps to different dances, and fell victim to interlopers' glances. Lost the game of chance, what are the chances? Soon they'll go home to their husbands, smug cause they know they can trust him, then feverishly calling their cousins. Guess who we ran into at the shops, walking in circles like she was lost. Didn't you hear? They called it all off. One gasp, and then how did it end? Say it once again with feeling, how the death rattle breathing silenced as the soul was leaving. The deflation of our dreaming, leaving me bereft and reeling. My beloved ghost and me, sitting in a tree. DYING. It's happening again. left all of our friends, but I still don't know. How did it end?
How did it end? I think we all can relate to that song, right? To some degree, I'm sure. Some degree. There's people out there that could take that and apply that to many different things. I mean, even if it was a best friend, because that song really represents just examining the end, the death of a relationship, you know, which I did expect. I did expect a song like that to hear something like that from Taylor Swift for sure. Still, the albatross. I'm still right now. That's got me. If you guys ever, for all y'all, if y'all thinking about getting a snake, they're amazing animals. They are like the Netflix ball pythons are the Netflix and chill of the snake world. They are pretty, snakes period are skittish. So you have to get used to the skittishness. Like they jerk a lot, but no, most of the time they're not trying to bite you guys. But right now we're gonna jump into So High School. Let's see what she got to say here. Giving me that early mid 2000s feeling again. That's what I like. Here we go. That alternative rock feeling. Those were like the best songs. If y'all, I'm 31, so if y'all around my generation, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those was just, whoo, the classics.
I feel so high school every time I look at you. I wanna find you in a crowd just to hide from you, and in the blink of a crinkle.
Taylor Swift always does that to me. She always does that. I'm there with her, and then she'll say something that just completely throws it in a whole nother direction. It's the roller coaster of Taylor Swift. As I said in part one, I feel so high school. Every time I look at you, I want to find you in a crowd just to hide from you. That's like that's what she does. She makes you think you're with her, and then whoop. It's like you ever been on a roller coaster and you just going through the loopholes, or you're on the track and it's just hitting them corners so fast, like boom, boom, and you just trying to hold on for dear life. That's like Taylor Swift's songs, right? It's like you think you're there, okay, I got this. We go, and she just whoop, she throws it left, whoop, throws it right. You're like, oh, we're going back up. Oh, we go like it's a roller coaster. It really is.
I am sinking our fingers entwined, cheeks pink in the twinkling lights. Tell me about the first time you saw me. I'll drink what you're thinking and hide from smoking your jokes all the night. The brink of a wrinkle in time.
I'll drink what you think, and I'm high. See, listen, I like that because I've never smoked or drunk in my life, right? And I always say when people be like, ask me, oh, aren't you curious how it feels to get high? I'm like, I'm high off life. So for her to say, I'll drink what you think, and I'm high from smoking your jokes all damn night. What? Come on, right? I could definitely feel that.
Sweet 16 suddenly. I'm watching American Pie with you on Saturday.
I gotta keep pausing because she's bringing me to that era right now, like American Pie. What? That was a wild movie. See, this is like elementary school me, right? Taylor Swift is like what, a few years older than me. Was she like 33, 34? I'm 31. So roughly, she's like my older brother's age. My older brother 33. So it's like these days were, this is before you could just text people. These were before you could just, I appreciate her bringing me here. Bringing up American Pie. I'm watching American Pie with you on a Saturday night. Like that gives me a little bit of insight of what type of person she really is. And I know I could, if I was to talk to her, I could laugh and relate to her with certain things because she come from that era.
Night, your friends are around, so be quiet. I'm trying to stifle my sighs 'cause I feel so high school every time.
love that twist she said when she said, "When I look at you, but look at you." My red cup. It's safe to say my red cup is fitting for this song right now, for sure. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh yeah, she bringing it. She bringing it back. She bringing it back. You know how to ball. I know Aristotle. Woo, bars. Brand new, full throttle. Touch me while your bros play Grand Theft. Yo, Taylor. Oh man, Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. I'm waiting for her to say Tony Hawk next. Like what? You already know, babe. I feel like laughing in the middle of practice. Do that impression you did of your dad again. I'm hearing voices like a madman, and then the blink of a crinkling eye. I'm sinking our fingers entwined, cheeks pink in the twinkling light. Tell me about the first time you saw me. I'll drink what you're thinking. I'm high from smoking your jokes all damn night. The brink of a wrinkle in time. Bittersweet 16 suddenly. I'm watching American Pie with you on a Saturday night. Your friends are around, so be quiet. I'm trying to stay by my side 'cause I feel so high school every time I look at you, look at you. Dare to spend all this, you know how to ball. I know Aristotle. Brand new, full throttle. Just be where your boys play Grand Theft Auto. True, swear, Scott's on 'em. You know what you wanted and boy, you got it. Brand new, full throttle. You already know, babe. You already know, babe. Taylor, thank you for bringing me back. You know, like I said, I'm a few. I'm a little younger than you, Taylor, but Grand Theft Auto back then it would have been like what San Andreas. That would have been a thing. Man, she brought it back. I love how she's still so connected with herself enough to be able to just go back in those memories and still make us imagine a video for this. The video for this would be like pretty cool. It really would. Um, so high school, bringing us back. Next, we got I Hate It Here. Quick, quick, tell me something awful, like you are a poet, trapped inside the body of a finance guy. Tell me all your secrets, all you love. Damn, like you are a poet trapped inside the body of a finance guy. Imagine how many people in life right now are not living their life purpose, but living the life that they were told was the life that was the right life to live, or that they think is the right thing to do, whether for money or for whatever, but they're not really connected to who they are, and they're not really living their true life purpose on what they even came to this planet for. Right? Imagine if somebody's life purpose was truly to just live by a lake or be on a farm with ride horses and live in agriculture, and they're somewhere in, doing something completely different. Like working in the inner city at a bar or something. I don't who knows, or just in politics, or like that line, like tell me something awful, like you are a poet trapped inside the body of a finance guy. I think the reason why a lot of Swifties do appreciate me, from just past reactions, why I've gotten a lot of love, is because Taylor Swift, being a poet herself, we tend to be deeper thinkers. We tend to use logic, but we know how to tap into that right side of our brain very deeply, and that's how our fans are. So I know her fans appreciate when I go in like that. But I love that line. I really do because there's so many people out here who just are not living their life purpose. They're not. There may be somebody watching right now who they may be absolutely terrified of snakes because of how they were molded, because of what was put into their subconscious, because of how they were indoctrinated to look at things. But deep down, there may be a part of them that is really interested, right? In their life purpose, they may have came here to be a Steve Irwin, right? It's real like that out here, and this is why so many people are so miserable because they're walking around wearing costumes, and it's not really who they are.
Never be is my eternal consolation prize. You see, I was a debutante in another life, but now I seem to be.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I gotta Google that. I don't know what that means. Deb Debu, and I know I ain't the only one that's been Googling. She gave me that homework. So, hold on. An upper class debutante, if you pronounce it that way, an upper class young woman making her first appearance in fashionable society. So she said, "You see, I was a debutante in another life, but now I seem to be scared to go outside, man." I like this song. This might beat the albatross right now. Hold on.
Scared to go outside. If comfort is a construct, I don't believe in good luck. Now that I know what's what, I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. People need a key to get to. The only one is mine. I read about it in a book when I was a precocious child. No mid-sized city hopes and small town fears. I'm there most of the year cause I hate it here. I hate it here. My friends used to play a game where we would pick a decade we wish we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the races and getting married off for the highest bid. Everyone.
Hold on, let me stop that right there because I did see like a something pop up about that line, specifically about Taylor Swift causing controversy for saying we wish we could live in instead of we would pick a decade we wished we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists and getting married off for the highest bid. Um, I don't know how people could be triggered by the truth. You know, at the end of the day, if you take somebody like me, right, with my skin complexion, and you put me in the 1830s, I'm going to have to watch my back to a whole nother degree. And that's just the truth. I don't see why that offended so many people. It was reality. I get it. People want to say, oh, but da 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 da. But okay. It was reality, right? It was reality. It's the truth. You know, it's like the night riders were a real thing. Lake Lanier, the town, the black town that was flooded out. That was so called black town was a real thing. Like Black Wall Street getting burnt to the ground. That was a real thing. So I don't see. I feel like it's my. I need to speak on that real quick. Like, why is that causing so much controversy? It's just one line about the truth, right? Like, it's the truth. It's like that be my problem is people kind of want to like people be a little delusional, people want to I don't know like recreate history and yeah I don't know, but it's the truth. There's places now that when I can go to right now with my friends and they'll tell me we can't go to this bar. They are super racist in there. Like it's things that I could bring up now that I don't even feel like it's super necessary. And even just growing up in upstate New York, like you get called the N word if you walking at nighttime and somebody might be drunk, just for no reason want to say the N word. So could you imagine the 1830s? So I feel like I don't see there's nothing wrong with Taylor saying that at all. That means she's aware and she acknowledges history. right? But yes, we move forward from that, we grow from that. But people, you can't sweep history under the rug. You know, you just can't do that. It's delusional.
would look down, cause it wasn't fun now. Seems like it was never even fun back then. Nostalgia is a mind's trick. If I'd been there, I'd hate it. It was freezing in the palace. I hate it here, so I will go to lunar valleys in my mind when they
The way she flips things, and she like Taylor Swift roller coaster again. She takes you down, and then she doop doop. Okay, but I'd hate it. You know, that palace was, it was freezing in that palace anyway. I probably wouldn't even doop doop. Like, you gotta keep up.
they found a better planet. Only the gentle survived. I dreamed about it in the dark of night. I felt like I might die. No mid-sized city hopes and small town fears. I'm there most of the year cause I hate it here. I hate it here. I'm lonely but I'm good. I'm bitter but I swear I'm fine. I'll save all my romanticism for my inner life, and I'll get lost on purpose. This place made me feel worthless. Lucid dreams like electricity. The current flies through me and in my
I'm done. And I mean, I'm done because me, like, just how much I can relate to her. And I'm saying in a good way. I'm not really like done turning. I'm just saying, like, lucid dreams. Have you ever had a lucid dream out there? Better yet, have any AI ever astral projected? But like lucid dreams where you just you can create anything. You're fully 100% aware in your dream. I had a dream. I wouldn't say I was 100% lucid, but I was about 75% lucid. This was a couple years ago. I say about 4 or 5 years ago, right? I was Spider Man, and it was the most fun thing in the world. I mean, literally, I was Spider Man in the dream, and I was climbing up buildings, all that. So it's like, this is why I said I'm done. I'm like, I just love her. I love her music. I love her song. Like, lucid dreams like electricity. The current flies through me and in my fantasies. Come on. Like, I understand what she's saying. Sometimes I always feel like, damn, I'm tired of this realm, this world of all the bullcrap on the news, and people always wanting to debate, people not really wanting to, always trying to find something wrong with what you say, and just, sometimes I always feel like, man, I'm just ready to evolve past this, the race stuff, all this stuff that's always going on to keep us divided and conquered. And then and then it's like you have a dream. For those that can dream, those big dreamers out there, you know how lit them dreams could be. You know how lit those dreams could be. To my dreamers out there, because I know there's some people that I talk to that can't even dream. That's the crazy thing. That means your frequency low. You got to do some detox in there.
fantasies. I rise above it. And way up there, I actually love it. I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. People need a key to get to. The only one is mine. I read about it in a book when I was a precocious child. No mid-sized city hopes and small town fears. I'm there most of the year 'cause I hate it here. I hate it here. Quick, tell me something awful, like you are a poet, trapped inside the body of a finance guy.
That's my favorite song out of the whole album so far, because I relate to it so much. She spoke my language. So she spoke my language. It's a universal language she was speaking there, and I really, really appreciated that song. I'm not. I'm a very like. I'd be happy. I get annoyed obviously because like I said, the world we live in can get very annoying. Like it really does. But um, if when I start to talk like that about just wanting to leave this realm, people mistake that for depression or for like I'm going through something. Yeah, I am going through something. I'm going through Earth. I'm going through Earth, right? The ghetto of Earth. And no, I'm not depressed, but when she talked about lucid dreaming and like I relate to it. That's all I can say. That right there, I Hate It Here was my favorite, hands down so far. For personal reasons. And if you understand, you understand. This is Thank You, Amy, which I actually reacted to yesterday. So we're going to hop right into it. Here we go. Right back at it.
When I picture my hometown, there's a bronze spray tan statue of you and a plaque underneath it that threatens to push me down the stairs at our school. And it was always the same searing pain. But I dreamed that one day I could say, all that time you were throwing punches, I was building something. And I can't forgive the way you made me feel. Screamed fuck you, Amy, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me heal. Wasn't a fair fight or a clean kill each time that Amy stomped across my grave. And then she wrote headlines in the local paper, laughing at each baby step I take. And it was always the same searing pain. But I prayed that one day I could say, all that time you were throwing punches, I was building something. And I couldn't wait to show you it was real. Scream fuck you, Amy, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me feel. Everyone knows that my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that she were dead. I push each boulder up the hill. Your words are still just ringing in my head, ringing in my head. I wrote 1,000 songs that you find uncool. I built a legacy that you can't undo. But when I count the scars, there's a moment of truth that there wouldn't be this if there hadn't been you. And maybe you've reframed it, and in your mind you never beat my spirit black and blue. I don't think you've changed much, and so I changed your name and any real defining clues. And one day your kid comes home singing a song that only us two is gonna know is about you. 'Cause all that time you were throwing punches, it was all for nothing. And our town, it looks so small from way up here. Screams thank you, Amy, to the night sky and the stars are stunning. 'Cause I can't forget the way you made me feel. Everyone knows that my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that you were dead. So I pushed each boulder up that hill. Your words
That was Thank You Amy, which was said to be allegedly about Kim K. Now, if y'all watched my Thank You Amy reaction yesterday, y'all already know how I went in about that. Just once again, transmuting the energy where using people's negativity and transmuting it into a positive to work in your favor. True alchemy, right? True alchemy. And Taylor did that after all these years of going through what she went through, of feeling like, or being downed, or being talked about, or being just completely embarrassed and humiliated in front of the world. She took that energy and she made it work in her favor. So the next song we got coming up is I Look in People's Windows. Peeping Tom.
I had died the tiniest death. I spied the catch in your breath. Out, 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 out. Northbound, I got carried away as you boarded your train. South, 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 south. A feather taken by the wind, blowing. I'm afflicted by the not knowing. So I look in people's windows, chance fixed by rose golden glows. They have their friends over to drink nice wine. I look in people's windows in case you're at their table. What if your eyes looked up and met mine one more time? You had stopped and tilted your head. I still ponder what it meant. Now, 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 now. I tried searching faces on streets. What are the chances you'd be down, 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 down? Does it feel alright to not know me? I'm addicted to the F. Only so I look in people's windows like I'm some deranged weirdo. I attend Christmas parties from outside. I look in
This song is, whew, I love how it just expresses the emotions of how you feel when you feel like you're missing something and you're left out. And it's like one look, what she said, I look in people's windows in case you're at their table. What if your eyes looked up and met mine one more time? It's like that feeling of missing somebody. Dang, man. Dang, Taylor. I understand. I do.
people's windows in case you're at their table. What if your eyes looked up and met mine one more time?
I really understand that song. When you go through something, like for example, let's say you really liked somebody and y'all might have had a moment, but then it doesn't work out. They move on. May have been some rejection, something, and that when you feel just there's a lot of people in my generation who get ghosted, and you feel it's like an empty feeling it may leave you with, right? And this song will hit different if you've been through that experience or if you're currently going through that experience. It's just one of those songs you'll understand because you'll just kind of feel left out in a sense, So the way she put that into words and painted that story, man, genius, genius. Next up, we got The Prophecy.
Hand on the throttle, thought I caught lightning in a bottle. Oh, but it's gone again. And it was written, I got cursed like got bitten. Oh, was it punishment? get home, I guess a lesser woman would have lost hope. A greater woman wouldn't beg, but I looked to the sky and said, please, I've been on my knees, change the prophecy. Don't want money, just someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to speak to about if they can redo the prophecy?
All this, it's a whole story. I mean, from going from I hate it here and then listening to the prophecy really gives you a deep insight on how Taylor really feels. A piece of how she feels. As she said in part one in one of her songs where she said something about being, it's like being raised in an asylum. Um, I think there may be a lot of people who are famous who may not even, who may wish that they were never famous. And I think Taylor may possibly be one of those people for sure.
Cards on the table, mind play out like fools in a fable. Oh, it was sinking in, sinking in. Oh, slow is the quicksand, poison blood from the wound of the pricked hand. Oh, still I dream of him. Please, I've been on my knees, change the prophecy. Don't want money, just someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to speak to about if they can redo the prophecy? And I sound like an infant, feeling like the very last drops of an ink pen. A greater woman stays cool, but I howl like a wolf at the moon. And I look unstable, gathered with a coven round a sorceress table. A greater woman has faith, but even statues crumble if they're...
And I look unstable, gathered with a coven round a sorceress table. I feel like this may be crazy to say. I honestly feel like Taylor, even though she's living the life of a superstar and she's affecting so many people's lives, so many, I feel like Taylor deep down feels like she was supposed to live a different type of life. So I kind of feel that way. I feel like the older she gets, it's a scary thing to get everything you wanted and realize that it's everything you don't want. That's terrifying. That's a nightmare. And I feel like that's Taylor's case. And this is why she writes and writes and writes and writes and writes to just let it out more and more of what she's going through. It seems like she just wants love. She just, and it just feels like the more fame she gained, the more she got into this life. It's like, let's hold up. This might not be the prophecy. This might not be it. How can we turn? How can we turn the wheel here and go on a different street? Because this may not be it. Whew. Not to say she don't love her fans. Not to say she doesn't. But we don't know what she personally go. We know to an extent of how she feels, but we don't know how deep it goes as far as what she goes through.
Made to wait, I'm so afraid I sealed my fate, no sign of soulmates. I'm just a paper waiting, shades of grayish, spending my last coin so someone will tell me it'll be okay. Please see. Don't want money, just someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to speak to about if they can redo the prophecy? Who do I have to speak to change the prophecy? Hand on the throttle, thought I caught lightning in a bottle. Oh, but it's gone again. Pat around when I get home. I guess I'll let someone I've lost home. Greater woman's ahead, but I look to the sky and said,
When she said, I thought I caught lightning in a bottle, man, it just goes to show, what, like I stated earlier, sometimes or the worst thing could be to get everything that you ever wanted and realize it's not what you wanted at all. That song was very deep, very deep. Next song is Cassandra.
I was in my new house placing daydreams, patching up the crack along the wall. I pass it and lose track of what I'm saying, 'cause that's where I was when I got the call. When the first stone's thrown, they're screaming. In the streets there's a raging riot. When it's burn the bitch, they're shrieking. When the truth comes out, it's quiet.
Talk to him.
So they killed Cassandra first, 'cause she feared the worst and tried to tell the town. So they filled my cell with snakes, I regret to say. Do you believe me now? I was in my tower weaving nightmares, twisting all my spines into snarls. They say what doesn't kill you makes you aware. What happens if it becomes who you are? So they killed Cassandra first, 'cause she feared the worst and tried to tell the town. So they set my life in flames, I regret to say. Do you believe me now? They knew the whole time that I was onto something. The family, the pure greed, the Christian chorus line, they all said nothing. Blood's thick, but nothing like a payroll. But they never spared a prayer for my soul. You can mark my word.
Do any of you know if is Taylor into past life regression, hypnotherapy? Because I would swear she's singing about a whole past life right now. This is incredible. She paints a vivid picture for you.
That I said it first in a morning warning, no one heard. I patched up the crack along the wall. I pass it and lose track of what I'm saying, 'cause that's where I was when I lost it all. So they killed Cassandra first, 'cause she feared the worst and tried to tell the town. So they filled my cell with snakes, I regret to say. Do you believe me now? I was on to something. They all said nothing. Blood's thick, but nothing like a payroll. But they never spared a prayer for my soul. You can mark my words that I said it first in a there's a raging riot. When it's burning, bitch, they're shrieking. When the truth comes out, it's quiet. It's so quiet.
I need a Taylor Swift interview ASAP. I may be late, may already be out. I'm gonna have to go do my research, but I need a deep dive into that from Taylor's mouth. Next up, we got Peter.
Forgive me, Peter, my lost fearless leader. In closets like cedar, preserved from when we were just kids. Is it something I did? The goddess of timing once found us beguiling. She said she was trying. Peter, was she lying? My ribs get the feeling she did. And I didn't wanna calm down. I thought it was just goodbye for now. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans deep, but never to keep. Never to keep. Are you still a mind reader, a natural scene stealer? I've heard great things, Peter, but life was always easier on you than it was on me. And sometimes it gets me when crossing your jet stream. We both did the best we could do underneath the same moon in different galaxies. And I didn't wanna hang around. We said it was just goodbye for now. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans deep, but never to keep. Never to keep. And I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn as the men masqueraded. I hoped you'd return with your feet on the ground. Tell me all that you've learned, 'cause love's never lost when perspective is earned. And you said you'd come and get me, but you were 25, and the shelf life of those fantasies is expired. Lost to the lost boys chapter of your life. Forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried to hold on to the days when you were mine. But the woman who sits by the window has turned out the light. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans deep, but never to keep.
Taylor have you think about past relationships. Like the the woman by the window has turned off the light. The way she puts the words, what she said under the same moon in different galaxies. Like it's certain things that are just it's speechless. Next we got the bolter.
By all accounts, she almost drowned when she was 6 in frigid water. And I can confirm she made a curious child, ever reviled by everyone except her own father. With a quite bewitching face, splendidly selfish, charmingly helpless, excellent fun till you get to know her. Then she runs like it's a race. Behind her back, her best mates laughed, and they nicknamed her the Bolter. Started with a kiss, oh we must start meeting like this, but it always ends up with a town car speeding out the drive one evening. Ended with the slam of a door, then he'll call her a whore. Wish he wouldn't be sore, but as she was leaving, it felt like breathing. All her fucking lives flashed before her eyes. It feels like the time she fell through the ice, then came out alive. He was a cat, wanted her bad, just like any good trophy hunter. And she liked the way it tastes, taming a bear, making him care, watching him jump and pulling him under. And at first blush, this is fate, when it's all roses, portrait poses, Central Park Lake and tiny rowboats. What a charming Saturday, that's when she sees the littlest leaks down in the floorboards, and she just knows she must bolt. Started with a kiss, oh we must stop meeting like this, but it always ends up with a town car speeding out the drive one evening. Ended with the slam of a door, then he'll call her a whore. Wish he wouldn't be sore, but as she was leaving, it felt like breathing. All her fucking lives flashed before her eyes. It feels like the time she fell through the ice, then came out alive. She's been many places with men of many faces. First they're off to the races, and she's laughing, drawing aces, but none of it is changing. That the chariot is waiting, hearts are hers for the breaking. There's escape and escaping. Started with a kiss, oh we must stop meeting like this, but it always ends up with a town car speeding out the drive one evening. And then with the slam of a door, but she's got the best stories. You can be sure that as she was leaving, it felt like freedom. All her fucking lives flashed before her eyes. It feels like the time she fell through the ice, then came out alive.
Masterpiece. How she, hold on. How she connected the ice, falling through the ice with the song. And at this point, I'm just like it's a treat right now listening to her music, her songwriting. It's a treat. From the prophecy to Cassandra to Peter, the bolter. Now Robin, here we go.
You are bloodthirsty, out window panes, talking utter nonsense. You have no idea. Strings tied to levers, slowed down clocks, tethered. All this showmanship to keep it for you in sweetness. Way to go, tiger. Higher and higher, wilder and lighter for you. Long may you roar at your
I love how she really like how she said long may you roar. She kind of played off the word with her vocal ability, and I like that.
dinosaurs. You're a just ruler, covered in mud. You look ridiculous, and you have no idea. Buried down deep and out of your reach, the secret we all vowed to keep it from you in sweetness. Way to go, tiger. Higher and higher, wilder and lighter for you. You've got the dragonflies above your bed. You have a favorite spot on the swing set. You have no room in your dreams for regrets. No idea. The time will arrive for the cruel and the mean. You learn to bounce back just like your trampoline, but now we'll curtail your curiosity. In sweetness. Way to go, tiger. Higher and higher, wilder and lighter for you.
Imagine how many times Taylor has like made music where, or just songs that she's written down on a notepad or a diary, where she's really talking to herself. You know, Taylor has a voice that's just like naturally so soft. And they make the perfect beats that just go with her voice to where it's like you don't have to turn it up loud. It's almost like if you were listening to like a soft like piano, you know, it's just she doesn't need much to sound perfect. Her voice is already like this soft instrument. But with that being said, we're gonna get to the last song. This is called The Manuscript. And I ain't gonna waste no time. Here we go.
Now and then she rereads the manuscript of the entire torrid affair. promises. He said I'm not a donor, but I'd give you my heart if you needed it. She rolled her eyes and said, you're a professional. He said, no, just a good Samaritan. He said that if the sex was half as good as the conversation was, soon they'd be pushing strollers. But soon it was over.
Just the picture she paints, so vivid.
In the age of him, she wished she was 30 and made coffee every morning in a French press. Afterwards, she only ate kids' cereal and couldn't sleep unless it was in her mother's bed. Then she dated boys who were her own age, with dartboards on the backs of their doors. She thought about how he said, since she was so wise beyond her years, everything had been above board. She wasn't sure. And the years passed like scenes of a show. The professor said to write what you know, looking backwards might be the only way to move forward. Then the actors were hitting their marks, and the slow dance was alive with the sparks, and the tears fell in synchronicity with the score. And at last, she knew what the agony had been for. The only thing that's left is the manuscript. One last souvenir from my trip to your shores. Now and then I reread the manuscript, but the story isn't mine anymore.
Hold on. Those last words, now and then I reread the manuscript, but the story isn't mine anymore. I don't know why that's affecting me so deep emotionally right now. I think it's because just those words, looking at how not just me, but even a lot of people I grew up with when I talk to them, my close friends, and we tend to talk about the past or past situations, or I tend to reflect on, past relationships, past. It's a story. Those words is almost like saying, all right, it's almost like telling you how powerful it is to just kind of let go. You know, we all go back and reread stories that are no longer us anymore. But the problem is, some people really don't ever let go, and I think, and that is the key to growth is letting go. Wow, wow. Whew. That was part two. That was part two. The anthology. I don't know what to. Okay. Let me get it together. So I hate it here. That affected me immediately because I could tell Taylor has done a lot of inner work. First off, she's done a lot of inner work to get where she is now. That's why I asked if anybody know if she's into like past life regressions or anything like that. But she's did a lot of spiritual inner work of and it shows in the things she says, right? Um, but I hate it here. I mean, that's how I feel walking around this matrix a lot of the times, especially when I lived in like New York City. I mean, oh man, it's she really I related to that song the most. Um, the Albatross, that was deep. That was deep because it was just the way she flipped it and man, that's my second favorite. The prophecy though, woo. Oh, see, like this whole thing. When I look at from Cassandra, Peter, and the Bolter, that right there, for some reason, I think of like medieval stories, right? Medieval tales. Um, that's how I would picture those videos being shot. Thank you, Amy was incredible because she she addressed her past pain in a very very classy manner. There's nothing messy there. I look in people's. I mean, she's just a masterpiece. I'm gonna leave it masterpiece, just like I said about the part one masterpiece. Incredible. What else can I say? I'll be waiting for part three. With that being said, original link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely do me a favor and hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell. And hopefully this makes it into the algorithm. But if not, hopefully this just makes it into the eyes and ears of people who, truly, truly are supportive. Right. With that being said, everybody enjoy your day. Much love.